Alright, hello there everyone. My name's Klauz. Today, I made a Mythic Heroes tier list for Fire Emblem Heroes, and I'm going to talk about it because I made a Legendary Heroes tier list that went pretty well, and I assume people want to see this as well. So, a few things to say. You can see I've titled them Broken, Great, Good, Useful, Bad. This is more in the context of compared to these other Mythic Heroes, like even the worst ones on here, the ones in the bad tier, they're better than a lot of the units in the game. Like, they're better than a big amount, but they're compared to the other ones, not much of a point to using them, I would say. And I guess it's going to be like a 50-50 split between just general use and between like Aether raids, I guess. For Aether raids mainly, I'm going to talk about if it's like a defense mythic, you want them on your defense team. And I'll mainly focus on that. So, like, I don't think it's too important if someone like one of the offensive ones is like somebody fight, but still somewhat a little, yeah. This is mostly in player use, but well, actually not really. The offensive one mostly in player use, defensive mostly in enemy use, I guess. But still the defensive and player use. It'll make sense hopefully. So let's get started. And number one. The best mythic hero in the game is Saros. I do not like fighting her. She's obviously a defense mythic. She gives you the extra slot on the Anima season, so that's already pretty good. You'll notice that most of the extra slots are on the top. Not just for that reason, but other reasons too. And yeah, the worst kinds of units to face in this game are the ones that are hard to kill. So she's there. Legendary Crom's probably there. Legendary Dimitri's there. Fallen Edelgard, Brave Edelgard. All of those people. They're the most annoying to face, and that's why they're broken. And she has a damage reduction skill based on her resistance. So like if you're hitting her resistance anyways with like a tome user, then she's still getting reduction from her resistance. So it's like having more resistance than she already has, which is just annoying. And I think she's also, not that really she even needs this, but she also gives like some stats to other mythics on your defense team, which just, it's insane. Yeah, so Saros really good. If you want one of the best units in the game, go for her. She's one of the best. Frankly, all these ones in the top are some of the best though as well. Next up we have Note. Note and then Dagger's right behind her. Note's better because the Pathfinder effect is better on a defense team, and if you get like 4 of her, you can just have one unit just go through the entire map basically, or 5 I guess. Like if you had like Legendary Lillian or something, you wanted to just kill someone right at the start, you could do that pretty easily. And then Note also does have, well, she has the bonus doubler, which isn't as good, and the damage reduction, which is probably better than the null follow-up that Dagger has. But she's built differently. She's built to take hits, and I found that she's harder to kill when you're facing her. If you're using her, because I have her, she's died a lot when I've been using her. But yeah, not a big deal. Note's still really good, and Dagger's good for the same reasons basically. She has the penalty buffs, which is just can get insane, and then she has the null follow-up, which works really well for her. But I do place Note higher just because the Pathfinder on defense, I think, is better than on offense. And finally, we have Ashera, one of the newest mythics. Her and Note are the newest. She's not like super broken. She doesn't do anything like super insane, but she just hits for a lot of damage, man. She can hit for so much damage. Because I'm not sure how it works. I think it's like Blade Tome based on her allies buffs, and she can nullify penalties. And yeah, she just, you can get up to pretty high numbers with her. It's actually insane. And of course she gives you the extra slot on Astra, which we did already have before, but still definitely really good to have her. Alright, so that covers it for the broken tier, and now we'll move down to the great tier where we have 7 you'll notice that we have literally every fairy here. So there's lots of fairies. Number 1 is Triantra. And she's pretty good. She's a defense mythic, and she's also a dancer, so she can like help there, I guess. She gives the guard effect, which is pretty good in general, especially if you're using her in like Rook or Sieges or something. And then she's also able to kill stuff because she is strong. I think it's pretty easy to tank her because she's not like super OP in terms of strength, but she can mess you up if you're not careful with her. So yeah, Triantra, pretty high up. I'd say she's probably the best of the dancers. And then right behind her is Bramimond. Bramimond's a unit I've always wanted, but I've never been able to get. It just comes around at the worst times, and when I do try to go for him, I just don't get him. And I'm just gonna call Bramimond him, just by the way. Yeah, Bramimond just messes you up. There's not really much else to say. You can stop him with like a good mage tank, but like I think he prevents the drive skills, any kind of drive skill really, or like rallies, or I don't know. Does he prevent Brave Lucina? He might, but still, and he hits really hard. So yeah, Bramimond, very good unit. There's not really any reliable counters to him just because he hits super hard. Mirabilis is also a great unit to have. You know, if you ask me, she's the best of the fairies just because she's cool. But yeah, she can like inflict some huge penalties on you. She's not easy to bait because she's like a one range sword flyer, so there's that. And yeah, Mirabilis is pretty good. Just a solid unit. Doesn't do anything amazing, but doesn't do anything really out there amazing, I guess. But still really good to have. Of course, when you do fight her in combat, though, she's pretty easy to take down. Like, she has the Fortress Defense res, but it's really not enough to stop her from taking damage, especially against the bow. Plumeria. I mean, she's a dancer on your Astra team. Not much else to say. She was really helped people out because, like, I think people were annoyed with the Astra season because it was like very difficult. So I guess that was good for her, but now we have a few more options, so that's good. Reagan would have been in Broken, but of course we have a lot more Kanto in the game now, and we do have another Astra slot Mythic, but still she's really good. She can just run in, hit one unit, and kill them, that's it. And that's just a free unit kill. She can kill, I would say at least 80% of the units in this game, just easily. And she has damage reduction if she doesn't kill them in one hit, so that's good. Peony is also a free unit. She's a light, and she's a dancer. And she just makes it easy to move around. It's really nice having her. She kind of sucks at combat, but yeah, who cares? And then finally in the gray tier we have Freya. Freya is a great unit on her own, but unfortunately as a mythic she doesn't really do much because she's just a combat unit. And with a mythic unit you do kind of want some more, but still, if you have just her and she's by herself, she can definitely carry for little. So good unit to use for sure. And now we'll move down into the good tier. You can see that these good tier units, maybe some of them are pretty a bit more than good, but still I'm just looking at compared to this list. I had to be a bit harsher for this as compared to like my legendary list, because basically every mythic unit is better than some of the legendary units. Like, they just are. So first off we have Milla. Milla has two good things going for her. One, well, she has two things that seem good, but I don't really think they're that useful. The first is getting an extra turn in the Aether raids. Yeah, I don't really think you need it that much. Like, what can you do in 7 turns that you can't do in 8? I don't imagine there's too much, but maybe I'm wrong. I haven't used her, but I don't know. And she also has isolation, which it's a good skill, but like I think there's definitely ways around it. You can definitely use her and she'll be strong, but like I think Saros is better just as a unit as herself. So yeah, Mill is good, but not like super good or anything. And same thing with Hell. She is really annoying to kill, but if you have someone like Altina or someone who just hits really hard, if you have like a Brave effect and they can two-shot her, that's pretty good. If you have Fire Sweep, that's pretty good. Other than that, she's not super hard to take down. That's really the only problem. She's hard to take down, and most of the time you can do it. Just you need some stuff. If she has the Mystic Boost Steel, that does become kind of a problem because you'll need to double her, and she's actually fast. So, you know, maybe you have underrated her a bit, but I do think the ones above are better. Then we have Thrasier in this tier. I've never really seen any problems with her. Just, I mean, I use my my Brave Claw to tank as an Asher tank, and he always takes her down. Like, I don't think there's ever been a time where there was a Thrasier and I haven't killed her. So she can definitely mess up some units, but as a defense, it's not a big deal facing her. But still, high speed, the flashing blade, I think the sort of dive bomb effect she has is really good. So yeah, Thrasier is by no means a bad unit at all. Alright, and now moving to the useful tier. These units are useful. They're still useful, but they're not like amazing, I guess. And first off, we have Altina. Altina was super good at the time she was released, but by now it's just become a lot more difficult to use her because the stat power creep is 100% real. So yeah, Altina cannot really deal with things as well anymore, and you have a lot more options now, so not the best, but still pretty good. Especially her seasonal alt. That's basically the only thing that's not as good about it is the lack of flying. But other than that, I think the Christmas Altina is a lot better than her regular one. Then we have Naga. Naga got a buff recently because of Saros being out of the game, and you want some dragon effectiveness. Even though dragon effectiveness is hard to kill Saros, so just saying. But yeah, Naga used to kind of suck, but now she has some usefulness. And yeah, that's not much else to say. She's not really like powerful or anything. I think it's pretty easy to kill her. It's just flying unit after all. So yeah, Naga useful just for one thing, but other than that, not the best. Duma, you can do anything with Duma. There's one thing you can do with Duma. You can get a bunch of him, and you can just hit for like 35 damage at the start of turn 1, and then you're good to go. That's really the best part about Duma. Other than that, he kind of sucks. Bold Fighter is like okay, I guess, but it's easy to kill him. Leaf just doesn't. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to work with the knockback he gets. Someone like Fallen Berkut, he deals knockback at will, but it's only one unit. And you can usually set them up for desperation or something. If you're using Leaf on a team, it's just not that practical, I think. And of course you have Dual Leaf, but Dual Leaf's actually scary. He can actually kill you. Leaf's just not gonna do that much damage to you. And then basically, if you're facing Leaf, you get someone like a tank. Especially if you have a blue tank, you can like double and kill him. You get them to face him, kill him easily, and then the other team just gets like a bunch of recoil damage. It's not that threatening. It kind of hurts the other team. And finally, we have Air in useful tier. I think some people say Air is better, but I don't really know. She has an impact effect in her dagger, which is good, but we have some better options for a late season now for sure. So I don't know, Air. I think your time's come. Sorry. She can be good, but I don't really think she's that good. Maybe I'm wrong. If anyone knows more about how to use Air, just let me know, because I don't think she's that strong or anything. Finally, we have the bad tier, and we only have 2 because Mythic heroes are generally pretty good. First off, we have, I think her name is Yune, but I want to call her Yoon. First off, we have Yoon. Yun's not a threat at all. It's really easy to kill her, especially since she's a defense unit. So yeah, Yun's no threat to me. I just kill her anytime I see her. Maybe she's stronger on her own, but I don't know. She's not. She doesn't scare me at all. And Sothis, unfortunately, the worst mythic here in the game. She's kind of like Freya in that she doesn't really provide support. She just takes damage, but she's a red dragon and she's dark, so it's like not as good. Maybe it might still be good. She has her healing, which is good, but like she has the attack speed solo. She has to be solo usually. She has wrath. She has times falls, which is all pretty good. But nothing really works on her. It's not hard to take her down at all, and especially even if you're using her. Like I've never really found it difficult to take her down because she used to be like my only dark unit for a while, my dark defense unit. But yeah, now it's just like it's Sothis. Who cares? Just get any blue unit, any blue unit in the game. Even like I don't know, even like Abel. Probably can deal with her pretty well. Okay, that's it for the Mythic tier list. So thank you for watching, everyone. This video was a bit shorter than Legendary Heroes, but there are less units to talk about, so it kind of makes sense. I will be updating this again, probably in, I guess December? The start of December, maybe? By then we'll get some more units, and I don't think we'll have any remixes for them at that point, but still. Basically, I'll do the new Legendary tier list right after the October Legendary, do the new Mythic tier list right after the new OC we would get at the start of Book 6, if that happens. Hopefully it does. I hope the game doesn't shut down. But yeah, that's it for me. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about these choices, and please go ahead and subscribe because I'm pretty close to 100 right now. And 100 is a big number to hit. I haven't uploaded anything in a while because I've been extremely busy. But I have some ideas. I've been working on videos, so yeah, I'm going to be making more soon. So yeah, just subscribe if you want to see more. I don't only do Fire Emblem, but I do a lot of Fire Emblem. So that's going to be it for me. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.